Welcome to the Real Estate Way to Wealth and Freedom podcast with Jacob Ayers, providing actionable content to help you along your journey to financial freedom through real estate investing. As the premier asset class, real estate has helped ordinary people just like you amass fortunes. The benefits of passive income from real estate investing will allow you to live a life you want. And now your host, entrepreneur, real estate investor, and apartment deal syndicator, Jacob Ayers.
Hi, and welcome to the Real Estate Way to Wealth and Freedom podcast, episode 171. Hi, I'm your host, Jacob Ayers, and you are listening to Friday Fundamentals. Hey, thanks so much for tuning in to this week's episode. I'm so glad you're here. Well, hey, it's an exciting time of the year as we have fastly approaching the new year, January 1st, where many people go into the year with a new and refreshed, exciting outlook on life, ready to tackle on the new year, and I'm all about that spirit. But I have to admit, in the past, I have been a bit critical on New Year's resolutions, and here's why. Well, to me, first off, New Year's resolutions don't make a ton of sense because you're pegging goals on some arbitrary date. And I've never been a proponent of putting something off for the future. So let's say here you are in mid-year July, and you're thinking, well, I'd really like to improve that, but I'll kick that down to January 1st before I start improving. And my take is, why wait on that? Start now. Start improving today. But here we are at the end of December, so there's no better time to think of bringing in the new year than now. So with that fresh lens and perspective, let's talk a little bit about how you can make the new year your best one. This week's Friday Fundamental is your superpower. With the new year fast approaching, many people are considering how they can do things differently, be more effective, grow personally, do more, do less, and overall just become better. Sometimes in order to do more, you have to learn to do less. If there's anything that I've learned in my own real estate investing journey is you cannot do everything on your own. Real estate investing is a team sport. There are a lot of moving parts that require specific skills and expertise, from CPAs to SEC attorneys, contract attorneys, lenders, property managers, and brokers. Each person has something they contribute to a deal. Even further, as a real estate investor, there are even more skills that are needed just to complete one deal, from finding deals to making offers, securing financing, raising capital, vetting property managers, managing the asset, refinancing or selling the asset, communicating with your investors, etc. The list goes on. There are so many things required in sponsoring a deal. It doesn't make sense for someone to think that they can do all of these things on their own. Instead, you have to identify what you can do well, your superpower. As a successful real estate investor, you will have to identify your superpower. Each person has their own unique skill, capability, or expertise. I'm sure you have something you are better at than almost anyone else you know, whether you know it or not. You might be very analytical and able to build financial models with attention to detail. Or you might be a person with the ability to think of the big picture and be able to visualize what needs to be done on a larger scale. Maybe you are a great people person and are able to connect and relate with almost anyone. You might be able to raise capital from investors using this skill. Or perhaps you are great at telling stories and would be great at marketing. No matter who you are, you have a unique skill that you can use. If you haven't unlocked your superpower yet, Here are just a few ways to find that. 1, think of what you are good at. Then, think, what do you like to do? And then lastly, ask yourself what others look to you for. The intersection of these 3 things will be your superpower. By now, you've probably started to think of your superpower. Even further, you can enlist the help of friends and family by asking them 2 simple questions. These are, what is my unique ability, and what do I naturally do better than most people? Having external feedback from people who know you well will help you further identify how others see you. This plays into point 3 above in what do others look to you for. By asking yourself and others these few questions, you will get a really good idea of what your superpower is. Don't worry about trying to make your weaknesses your superpower. There are just too many skills when investing in real estate to master everything. Instead, focus on your superpower, double down on it, and then partner with other people with complementing superpowers to yours. Use your superpower to the best of your ability. Use it to help yourself and help others. Soon enough, you'll look back at all the things you've accomplished by focusing and using your superpower. Well, that wraps up this week's episode of Friday Fundamentals. Hey, I hope you're getting value from these shows. If you like what you've heard, please go over and leave a rating and review on whichever platform you're listening on. And I would love to hear from you and learn about your goals and your aspirations for 2019. So reach out to me either directly via the website or on social media and tell me what you've got planned for 2019. I'd love to talk with you, learn more about your real estate investing goals, and offer any advice where I can. So feel free to reach out to me. You can do so at the website at www.jacobeyers.com/contact. Till next week, engineer the lifestyle you want.
You've been listening to the Real Estate Way to Wealth and Freedom podcast, providing you actionable content to build your real estate empire. Nothing on this show should be considered specific, personal, or professional advice. Please consult an appropriate tax, legal, real estate, financial, or business professional for personal advice. The opinions of guests are their own. Information is not guaranteed. All investment strategies have a potential for profit or loss. The host is operating on behalf of the Real Estate Way to Wealth and Freedom, LLC, exclusively.